All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Gonna check out some new content because, you know, recently I've been doing a little bit of the coverage of things like Rick Glassman and Red Bar. And as interesting as those shows are, I get a little bored and I have the desire to switch it up. So I thought I would take a look and see, what's happening. I wanted to take a look and see what's happening over on a website called Rumble, similar to YouTube, but completely different. So if I just go to the search bar at the top, I put in comedy. I'm going to search comedy live stream. All right. You know what? Let me see if Nightwave Radio is on there. Okay. All right. So it looks like Nightwave Radio has switched over to Rumble. All right. Let's check it out. Looks like they have hearing aid advertisements. Okay. Let's see.
When he made your niece or nephew from a pedophile, jail. To show any kind of backbone, display any kind of testosterone, straight to jail. You
Testosterone.
Question the election at a peaceful gathering, jail. And Triple N, he's stealing. That's my favorite, dude. Fucking.
Oh, is he live right now?
Like 10 different accents from south.
Mersh is live right now. Nice.
Most people can do like, okay, I can do a New Yorican, and I can do a Cuban because I've been around Royce's family for years, and I can. Before that, I would have never really known Cubans.
All right,
and I can kind of do like a Mexican, and then you could do like a. There's like the Mexicans, and then there's like the California cholos. Like I can do those. Those are the basic ones. But Fred Armisen's doing like people from Ecuador, and you're like, what the fuck?
It's raspy.
It seems like somewhat of a troubled kid, man. So I was, just kind of.
How old is she? How old is she? No, I'm literally just curious. Like, how old is she?
How old is she?
Emily.
Oh, I don't know. Ask Emily again.
Well, what did she tell you? Did she tell you guys an age, or what did she tell you guys?
Well, her Facebook profile says she's 23.
Okay, but what age did she say?
I don't think she actually gave me an age. I just know that her mom leaves her home.
They never know. It's so weird. I don't think she really. I don't remember that ever coming up. And then what's funny about the? It's not funny. It's tragic and disgusting and heartbreaking. But you know what is fucking nuts about this? It's how he's got the chat logs. They know he has the chat logs, but then they'll still go, yeah, you know what? I can't remember if we ever discussed her age. But then not only do they discuss the age, because that's part of the trap, is they have to do it. That's part of, you know what I mean? You can't just, like, by the way, you can't just, like, if you could just send child porn to somebody's fucking DM and get them to open it, that would never, you know what I mean? Like that would never hold up in court. Like otherwise everybody in the whole fucking, AF, Kino Casino, drama core sector, people would all be doing that all the time to each other. Right? Like you can't just go, child porn and send it, because that's never gonna, you know what I mean? So these guys that trap you, they always have to, you know what I mean? Like even if you were chatting with a chick online and she said, you want to see some titties or whatever? And you're like, hell yeah. If they're trying to get you trapped, right? They would have to, they need to go, but I'm only 13 though. They need you to go. They need knock, knock. They need you to say, who's there? You know what I mean? Or the joke doesn't work. Lucas Hardar, otherwise the government would have no political enemies left.
Maybe I should try Rumble just to like, get a following.
So yeah, like it's the fact that they lie and go, I don't think we ever really discussed age, but the age is brought up like so many times. And not only is the age brought up, but in many of these chat logs, it's always the predator like getting off on the whole point of it. You know how bad I'd go to jail if everybody knew about this? Oh my God. You know, you're like jailbait, right? What does it make you feel like weird that like I'm an old man and I'm, you know what I mean? Like it's like, so how are you going to go, oh, I didn't know how old she was. And then also most of the chat logs are you going, this is so fucked, you know? And you're like, so you know. Glitch says, let me see what's synthesized. It says that lady seems the type of rents out her children.
See, this is why I don't do a green screen, because I know if you don't do it right, it's gonna look
Glitch
all
says, I don't do DMs. I do it. I say
edges.
everything out in the open.
And I just
we've all got
don't feel
DMs.
like,
I mean, I've even got like a little 30.
I don't
shit that
feel
goes
like
back and
dealing
forth
with that.
Like, you know, I will say this, any leaks that ever come out about me, I'm the same guy. You know what I mean? There's not a lot of me being like, oh man,
Same guy
for you. Beautiful.
Different platform.
I'm not simping. You know, if sleazy things leaked about me, the text you'd be able to read the text in my voice and laugh. You know what I mean? You'd be like, my man. It would be women of age.
Head, by the way,
it would be like strippers and like fucking party girls
like
and fun people, and you know what I mean? It would literally just be like, you want to see my pussy? And
I don't know.
Like,
He's
yeah.
doing
and
great.
And I'm like, hell yeah. You know what I mean? Like, hell yeah, that's a nice pussy, yo. But there's none of that. Like, you want to see my dick and my balls? You want to see me put fingers in my ass? It's never going to be none of those leaks with your boy in them. It'll just me be going like, hell yeah, nice butt, yo. That shit is tight
right now. It doesn't say. Oh, 760
Chick send me stuff. I just sound like Stavros used to sound on Cumtown. Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm just here with my two big cats.
Me being a parent, I'm not even comfortable with leaving my own 11-year-old.
TV goes, bitch, that's a vagina, not a cat. What the hell is your problem?
At home on the weekend.
Do you have an 11-year-old?
I have a 12-year-old. I mean,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So were you hoping they'd be friends with each other? Or?
Well, yeah. I mean, that would.
SM Rob says leaks of you simping would be the most surprising thing about you. Dude, one of the funniest Reddit fails ever was when this chick that used to follow me went to Reddit and like leaked chats with us where she got nothing out of me. And she just kept sending me videos of her like fucking her own pussy with a dildo and like all this other shit. And and the crux of what
dude, he's getting so much rain on him.
Like the falling out.
You need an umbrella, bud.
Like, I'm not going to leak that part. I'm only going to leak the parts where I'm being perverted with him. But she never leaked the last part, so I had to leak the last part where she basically. The whole point of that chick was she. I had a girlfriend at the time, and this chick was a fan of the show, and she was sending me shit. You know, she was doing some titties, myself, and I'm never like I don't say no to that shit.
I don't see anything that applies to him at the moment.
You know, why not? You know what I mean? Like, why not? So, whatever. She's sending me shit, whatever, and like, you know, that kind of stuff. And then like, and then one day she's like, you know, you should come out to, you know, where I live or whatever, and we should hang out one weekend, or I'll come to you. We'll hang out one weekend. Right? And I was like, I'm like, I don't, you know, whatever. Or no, that's what it was. She wanted to like date me, right? And I'm like, yeah, I can't, you know, like, I'm like, I have a girlfriend, you know that. And she's like, yeah, but you know, your girlfriend's not, you know, as pretty as me or whatever. She's not as cool as me. And I'm like, but I don't care about, like, you know, I like my girlfriend. I mean, yeah, I cheat on her. I'm a piece of shit. I get that. I'm not great, but
not with
I'll
you.
cheat on her, but I'm not leaving my girlfriend. It was one of those where she like wanted me to leave my girlfriend. And I'm like, I'm not doing that. That's a little odd. No, I'm not doing that. And that was the big scoop. That I was like, oh man, I was getting nudes from girls when I was in a relationship. Yeah, I will always be doing that. So that's a deal breaker, ladies. Cross me up your fucking, you know, your wish list. No, this was not Kitty's. This was somebody else. That's right. Okay, so I did have two. I had two leaking bitches. that tried to leak and both backfired. Remember when Kitty sent a lawyer after me and I butt fucked him on this show on the air and he fucking bent the knee? Remember when the fancy Vegas divorce lawyer?
Everything's sexual with this guy. He's always like, yo, remember when I butt fucked you? Remember when you sucked my dick?
Remember when the ham lawyer bent?
He's prison savage.
The knee to the night daddy to Flex savage. Luger? I remember. That was a great start to last year, bro. We were fucking killing it.
Kids, give her something to do, man.
Okay. Well, I mean, were you guys thinking like, is your 12-year-old a son or a daughter? Or?
Daughter.
Okay. Were you thinking like this could be like someone her own age she has a friend with or something like that?
Basically, bro.
Okay. So you guys were aware.
Yeah, for those of you that didn't watch the show back then, we had this chick from Vegas that I almost hooked up with, and I didn't. I ended up not doing it because, like, we made out, and you're like, titties in the mouth, that kind of stuff, and feeling all up on her butt. And then she wanted to get into bed with me, but I could tell it was getting like, she kept doing that. Like when a girl tells you she likes you like 50 times the first night you're making out, it's not good. They're trying to like get their claws in so that when they start going psycho, they can go, I told you I liked you. And I also, to be fair, I lied about I was like, yeah, I don't have a girlfriend. And then she got mad and like, it's like when the whole hate brigade started, she started with Bally
I think
song
it's
lost
those
his
Joe
mind. She started
Biden
going after me. That was so much
sunglasses
fun, dude. And then she had a lawyer that was like her old divorce attorney. And he contacted me with like a cease and desist. And like he tried to be all threatening in that email. God, man, do we still have those emails? Going Kevin Scampoli style tonight. I'm getting all fucking retro. I want to go back in time. We gotta fucking do that one time. We gotta go back and pat ourselves on the back for past glory more often around here. Fuck it. We reuse content. It's not like I'm making money on this fucking show anymore. But she sent a lawyer after me and he's like, cease and desist and my client and this and that and bop bop bop. And I immediately had screenshots being sent to me because this is the kind of girl that tried to she thought she was going to try to take me down and she thought everyone would be on her side and she was full of hubris and she bragged to like 5 different like admins and 5 different of our mods and stuff that like literally she said in Twitter DMs to a bunch of people, oh yeah, well, we're not really going to sue them. We just wanted to fuck with them a little bit. And I got that screenshot and I sent that to her lawyer. And I said, is that what you do? Is that how your law office conducts yourself? You like to just go around fucking with people, but you don't really have any. So your client doesn't have any intention of actually pursuing this. So you just sent me a bad faith cease and desist. So you just sent a legal threat to me in bad faith. And even your client says, we just wanted to fuck with him. And when I started threatening to go to the bar, I was like, that sounds like a bar complaint, homie. Bro, that guy fucking wrote me remember why to this day I don't shit on Ham Lawyer. The reason I don't shit on him is specifically because he knew he fucked up and he didn't double and triple down. He's a professional. He went, I had no idea that my client was going around saying these things. And I'll be having a chat with her. And yeah, you can be pretty confident we won't be going forward with this. And I'll be having a talk with my client. And we never heard from her again. And I was like, all right, salute, Ham Lawyer. Because we would have been torturing that faggot for months. But, as soon as I said that, he was like, whoa. I said, yeah, your client's mentally ill and crazy. God, those were fun old days. Yeah, you know what? I should play that one.
Got a little cocky, huh? Got a little cocky in a costume.
Lucas's bar complaints are no joke. Yeah, I mean, honestly, they kind of are a joke because so many people make bar complaints that are like bullshit complaints. So a bar complaint kind of is not always automatically bad. But what you meant to say is a valid bar complaint is no joke. I think is what you meant to say. People do. Shit, anyone can file a bar complaint, and I'll say it this way: there's a lot of fucking lawyers out there that are pissed off and lost, valiantly lost a case, or did their best, or whatever, and they all get their little complaints and bad Google reviews. But like a real bar, one where you go, no, this is misconduct. They go, whoa. He was like, I'm sorry, and I'm like, it's cool, dude. I don't take this shit personally, but you shouldn't be out repping these hoes for fucking, for blowjobs. Anyway, let's continue here.
She was 11 then, but you guys didn't have no ill intentions or anything?
Where is she 11?
Well, that's what she...
I knew she was a young teen, I guess you could say.
Okay. Well, I mean, didn't she tell you 11, though, in the very beginning?
No, I don't remember. I really don't remember. I was just talking on the phone, dude.
Okay. Well,
I'm sure Ricada has a million of them because the internet's full of assholes, but I'm sure like none of them have stuck. I'm just sure I'm sure the state bar probably just hates them because of all the paperwork.
If you don't mind, I'm just going to talk to Rachel for a little bit here. And
if I'm Nick Ricada, what I would do is I would send like a gift basket. If that's not, I don't know, I guess that'd be inappropriate. But I would send like, I don't know, I would feel bad if there was ever like any place full of people that I didn't necessarily like or dislike, but their workload was just skyrocketing because of my bullshit. I might send them like a pizza. I might send them a stack of pizzas one day and a card and be like, I'm sorry,
I can assure you everything's fine with the kids and everything.
Sinister
like that.
Charlie says Nick would send booze. Yeah, he would.
All right.
Okay. Hey, so quick question, man.
Sure.
Who are you? Where did you come from?
My name is Gordon. My name is Gordon. We just kind of make sure everything online is like kosher between kids and adults, and you know, and look.
I'm sorry, dude.
Greasy N-word for two says legitimate bar complaints are no joke. Look at all the frivolous shit Rackets has to deal with. These are jokes. You had actual legal interaction with Hamler. Yeah, he was actually relieved when I was being reasonable, and I'm like, okay, I just wanted to humiliate your client, not you. So we're good. I've done that. I've thoroughly humiliated, and I did kind of humiliate him with his stupid commercials, but whatever. He doesn't seem like he was a bad guy.
I'm tripping out because like I know her pawpaw and stuff is over there occasionally because she's talking about her pawpaw and everything. So.
Right, and basically, like, you know, I know you guys are good parents and aren't bad people, and that's why, like, I just want to talk about it. You know, obviously Rachel's in person. If you want to come over here whenever and talk about it, that'd be.
Well, I mean, you guys are like an hour and something away from me, so.
Okay, got it. So, all right, well, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna talk to Rachel here.
I'd like to stay on the phone.
I mean, you can if you want. I mean.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
So,
okay.
I kind of missed what this was about. What? Okay. All right, let me get back to it.
So, obviously, I mean, since y'all didn't have any ill will, I mean,
Yeah.
okay, you guys are just stepping in for like a troubled kid in a way.
Of
Yeah,
course.
pretty much.
Okay.
I love this guy.
So,
He also, I love the fact that he just doesn't wear anything that, like, he's always basketball shorts and a t-shirt. He doesn't give a fuck. He just doesn't give a fuck.
He doesn't give
Fun fact about Alex Rosen: he has worn pants. I've seen him wear jeans in the hundreds of predator catches that he's done. I've seen him wear a pair of jeans one time, and it was in a place that was hot. It was like Louisiana or something, and I witnessed this man actually wear a pair of pants, and it was specifically because they were doing a catch. And this creep invited what he thought were like these two little girls to come meet him at a church where he was like a deacon. And Alex was like, fuck, I have to go to a church. So he actually, to his credit, to go to a Baptist church, the respectful Jewish pedophile hunter said, all right, fine, I will put on pants. He wore jeans to that catch. It's very funny. You catch I think it's Bastrop, Louisiana. I'll never forget that video. If you watch it, it's the only, and every comment on YouTube back in the day was like, damn, Alex owns a pair of jeans. People were like, oh shit, Alex went to church and he actually put on jeans.
That everybody knows and loves. You know him, right?
Glitched says he's is he a full-time shorts guy? Yeah, pretty much. 24/7. He's like, it's always basketball shorts. To be fair, it's pretty much all I wear now. I love basketball shorts.
Hell yeah.
I used to watch like other people like Nick Mullen and all these people like just walking around in fucking basketball shorts, and I'd be like, that looks
Nick
so
Mullen
slummy.
is his hero.
And then I started working out, and then like I wear like on my workout days, I'll wear like an Under Armour shirt and fucking basketball shorts, and I'm the most comfortable all the time, especially if it's hot and it's in Florida.
People love Under Armour.
I mean, obviously, you know, she told William she was 11, and I'm sure William told you and all that stuff. Like, what did you guys think when y'all were told that? Just curious.
Well, I mean, what, babe?
Yeah,
well, like, I mean, like, I'm just curious, like, what? I'm just curious, like, kind of what was going on. Like, what were y'all, what did y'all think about that? Like, how did y'all want to step in? Like, that's what I'm just curious about.
That guy wearing skinny jeans? Dude, he's wearing fucking skin tight jeans. It's.
I just want to make sure everything's cool, you know.
My main thing is that you got an 11-year-old girl that's home alone that's reaching out to strange people on the internet, and you know what? It's better somebody that's a decent person than somebody else.
I agree. That's what we're just talking about.
Right, and then we found out that her dad had died, like, and stuff.
Oh,
and
shame.
we figured that she was.
So we figured she was vulnerable and she'd be easy to pick because you know her dad died.
Well, how do we know he's
like?
How do we know the big guy's not a creep with his fucking skinny ass? Skinny shorts.
Reaching out for like a father type figure to kind of, you know, I mean, kids do that. And that's kind of what we were.
Okay. Well, I have somebody with me for safety. I obviously know you're not a threat, but don't think I'm a threat to you just because I'm a big guy. I'm not going to hurt you at all. William's pretty tall too, right? Okay.
I'm not going to pin you
William
down and fuck you. Just because I have the body for it.
Oh, not that tall.
I mean, he's taller than me, so but a lot of people are. So
yeah, I got my friend Kevin.
Yeah, Merch
he's in the core, but
like that guy. Now he's thin.
Are we under arrest?
Oh no, but
oh god, he's panicking now. Uh-oh. I'm trying to find the Facebook pages because this story is really fucking sick. And it goes pretty fucking deep. I'm trying to find the where's the dude? Because this turns out that this woman is probably one of the worst pieces of shit. And it's weird because I remember talking to Alex, like, because this is like a month ago. You know, it's always a little bit behind for YouTube. I remember talking to Alex probably, I'm trying to think. It was a few weeks ago, whatever. But it was the day of this catch. And I was watching an old catch, and I was like texting him, going like, bro, I was just watching this other one you did. I was laughing hysterically. And as it was happening, he goes, we just caught like a couple, like a female, like a real bad female. And I'm like, really? This gets really fucked up.
You know, I think we should probably just talk about everything, because that's probably the best option for you guys, because everything is saved, every single thing. So, and that's all for safety, okay? They're not on you, they're on me, just so we can be sure that I didn't try to extort you or anything like that, okay? It's for your protection and the kids' protection, okay?
Okay, well, I would prefer that my.
Oh yeah, no, it's not. It's literally just me, okay? Because if I can just prove that I didn't hurt you or anything like that, that's what I care about, not you. You know what I mean? Okay, I appreciate it.
So what office are you from?
Oh, no. We're just private citizens, but
By the way, when you see these people too, this couple is terrifyingly normal looking. Like, this is actually really heartbreaking because they are very normal looking people. It's when you see the guy when he shows up too, and then when you see the shit he says towards the end, it's fucking insane. But like, and I'm not saying they're like they look cool or they're a hot couple. I just mean they look normal. They just look like a normie white couple. If we saw this family on TV, the victim of some, because this is University City, Missouri, it's kind of close to St. Louis, so this would be like if you imagine like some black guys from St. Louis like home invaded this family and killed them, we'd be looking at their photos in a totally different light and being like, oh, they're just an adorable white family, you know? Fucking terrifying.
I think we're just kind of concerned about online activities. But if you don't mind, I mean, I just want to kind of figure it out here, bro. Because the thing is, William, I want to make sure, of course, that Emily's on the right path, but I also want to make sure you guys are on the right path too. Because this is definitely something that both parties can learn from here, I think.
So, do we need to cancel our full plans and stuff, or what's the deal?
I mean, if you want to,
She's got to get to work.
I say, if you want to take the kids to go swimming, that's. I mean, no, with Chloe having a runny nose and stuff.
Yeah, that's. I'll tell you what, right now, your runny nose is the least of your problems right now.
All right.
Yeah, maybe do it like, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. She woke up with a runny nose and coughing this morning, and he's just very unhappy.
Okay. Well, let's
Yeah, I'm supposed to be at work in a minute.
Okay. Well.
Oh well, you know, I'd probably tell him you're gonna be a little late. Make something up. Tell him, you know what? I'll tell you what. I got a flat tire. Let's do that. Just tell him that you have a flat tire.
Rachel, that's probably not going to happen right now. So, all right. So basically, I do got to ask though, like, when did this kind of stuff all start for you guys?
What do you mean?
She contacted us about a week or so ago.
No, I mean with like this whole online stuff, like looking for a third, that kind of stuff.
Oh, well, that has nothing to do with it.
No, that I understand. I'm just saying, like, when did that? Because obviously y'all's paths crossed.
Oh, well, you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's just like with me and my wife, man, we're college.
Turn up a little bit.
It's all the way up.
Okay.
He mumbles sometimes.
We've had a third at one point in our life together, but somebody.
Okay. All right. Well,
pretty much what he said was we've been poly our entire relationship, and we've been looking for a third for a couple of years now.
Right.
That's really about what that's what he was saying. But I mean, like, we didn't have any intention of, like, obviously with her.
No, obviously, even though complete history of the chat logs say otherwise.
Doing that, like, no.
But you know what?
Glitch said she's worse than him. Glitch said that bitch is selling her kids. Oh, I have a very, very heartbreaking fucking revelation at the end of this. Let's skip ahead because it's a lot of bullshit.
Get swimming while I'm working. And, you know.
Or some of the other stuff talked about.
Go to sleep. She just, you know, she was wanting to know what it was okay to do. I'm like, well, what do you mean? She was like, about like holding hands or anything. Like, I think I brought that up. I think I brought up.
It's you know, I mean, I did the part. It's always them. It's always them. Those. It's always those goddamn sexy kids' fault.
Isolate. Cut that.
You know what I mean? Like it's so weird hearing them replay these events, and they're like, you know, you go like, yeah, and then you know, she would.
Is there anything else like, he could cover?
Would it be okay to do, and how we could touch each? Okay, yeah, I brought up.
I really need
that
to
part,
hear this
we would
conversation.
talk. We have a predator
See what
poachers
else
that I have to show you, and it's.
And thinking of you.
Good to see everybody on this wonderful Tuesday evening. Why is everyone so obsessed with banging kids? Okay, that if we can just get that right out of the way. However, there are some other people out there that have really been, I mean, between America First and these people arguing age of consent, and I mean, it's becoming. Forget about like, you know, when they say, oh, they're trying to normalize something, right? By simply discussing it this much, we're normalizing it. You know, whether you're for it or against it, it's the fact that they are pushing.
Well, if you're for it, you're a son of a gun.
And they don't care if you're against it. As long as you're talking about it. They want everyone to have kid fucking on the brain.
Okay. Well, somebody does, and that man's name
is going on anyway. But
look how his sunglasses turn invisible when he turns.
Made a boo-boo. He just made a little boo-boo.
We can see his browser.
If I can find it now
from the screen. You can probably see mine at my screen too, but I'm not even wearing sunglasses.
Zerka, now he talks a lot of weird shit. He's another one that wants attention, and you know, God knows he could be trolling, but I don't know why you would say that. This is Andrew Tate level of retardation. Whether you're doing this or not doing this, saying you're doing this is retarded, right? It's like, well, I'll let him.
She's 16. I'm a pedophile, but you can have us.
You and me?
What
you mean? Okay.
I'm not even gonna watch this shit. What is he watching? I don't know what age those people are, so let's not put that on camera.
Gen Z stuff. See, I don't get it. Okay, so he's got all these aliases. I didn't know. Well, I got to give this dude credit because he did this 3 years story. Also, bonus. This is a recent episode. I'm going to give you the bonus right now. The bonus, COVID stupidity. We're going to get COVID stupidity in this, and we're going to get Kevin Nash trailing off into a story nobody was talking about. It's all here in one little 4-minute video. We're going to hit the fucking bingo card in 4 minutes, folks. Let's do it.
God, I love the improv. He's just fucking incredible. He was the first person that I read during all the COVID shit, right? When it's going and they're shutting down the country, unprecedented, the country shutting down. You can get nothing. I opened the Sunday Times and Larry David's like, this is kind of like a dream for me. He's like, I don't see what everybody's complaining about. There's way too much going out happening. I said, this is fucking incredible.
Yeah, it's so funny that the guy ended up, by the way, the shit that we all learned did not have any effect. These guys are still so dug in on COVID lockdowns. And that's why I know we're going to get them again. We're getting COVID lockdowns again. I didn't believe it. And Royce brought it up today. And I went, God damn it. You're right. We're getting COVID lockdowns. Prepare for them.
When are we
buy your toilet paper and shit. Get ready for
This
it.
is-
We're getting another lockdown.
This is today.
There are morons that still think the old lockdown wasn't bad. And the fact that Sean, these fucking stupid, retarded takes, like, you know, when the lockdowns happened and Larry David came out and he pushed the same propaganda that the government and Moderna and the big corporations wanted you to push. What a brave voice. I mean, just what a brave dude to come out with his fucking Pfizer, Citibank approved fucking message. And what a brave guy to come out and say, you should stay in, you should get vaxxed and stay locked down forever. It's a good thing. Yeah, he was brave. He sure was brave, Sean. Raging on behalf of the fucking machine.
All right. I mean,
it was the first dissenting voice.
Dissenting voice. Guys, it was Larry David was dissenting. He was a
look, he's an old Jewish man. He doesn't leave the, you know, not that only Jews don't leave the house, but if you're rich and you have a nice house with God knows what and the ability to order anything and unlimited money, lockdown doesn't really seem that bad. You know, I could imagine if I had a mansion and the ability to order anything and, you know, and I already had everything, I probably wouldn't really want to go anywhere. So I could see it from his perspective, why, if I was Larry David, really wouldn't give a shit.
Dissenting voice telling us that we needed to stay in our houses so that we can make Jeff Bezos fucking have a second space trip.
Dying, and he has the balls to come out and say, this is kind of my dream.
You know, my wife and I were having this conversation the other day. And like when it was like lockdown, and we only had it here like
it's true
in Florida. I mean, maybe fucking 6 weeks.
I want you to hear something. I want you to listen to this. Nash is bragging
sounds
now
like
that
he has COVID. He's like, I've been locked down. He's the only guy who makes Mersh sound like his throat isn't fucked up.
Only had lockdowns for 6 weeks. Now, I always say 2 weeks because honestly, it might have been 6, but everywhere I lived, like in Poland,
dude, people have lockdown PTSD. I forget about that shit as soon as people aren't talking about it.
County and shit, we were not enforcing anything. A lot of Hillsborough County, Tampa, there's a lot of places that were not enforcing shit. So maybe I have a twisted memory of like, because I always go, I was like 2.5 weeks and we were back to normal. Maybe it was 6 weeks, but I can't imagine. And I think this is the thing too. Like they went stay inside. And a lot of people that have money, like the Kevin Nashes of the world and the Larry Davids of the world and the Sean Olivers of the world, they went, yeah, I'll just stay inside. This is cool. And a lot of people couldn't afford to just sit in the house.
A lot of people.
Mr. Graham, so glad his blood lands with him. Jesus Christ.
A lot of people have fake bricks and fake cats behind them.
But I want you to listen to what Sean says here. It's so telling that these people are so fucking out of touch with reality. Because like if you guys remember when COVID hit and the lockdown started, Royce and I never made more money than we made in our lives when COVID started. Like we had more viewership.
So much money.
People were home.
You know, I'm gonna give him this man, Mersh, you're a winner.
Like for us, it didn't affect us.
He's
if
a
you
winner.
don't get the vax, you can't go.
He makes
travel
money.
to England or go to work as a pilot.
Good.
None of that affects me. I'm not getting it, and I get to sit home. Like I don't. Unlike people like Tim Pool and people like that, I'm very self-aware. Like these people have no self-awareness. Like during COVID, when they're like, just resist and fight. Tell your boss to suck your fucking dick and walk it. Like we weren't saying that. We were saying clearly I wouldn't get the vax if I were you.
Well,
but we're not telling
Tim Pool's
people
a
to pull
skateboarder.
their
They
kids out of Little
naturally
League and
have a
ruin. You know what I mean?
retarded
We're
level
telling
of
people how to live their lives.
Hatred for
we were
the,
fighting against
authority.
The group of people that were telling us, no, this is how we're all going to live now. And it's like, no, that's never how it's been. We're not going to start that now. But a lot of these people with this luxury of just like, yeah, what? Stay inside. What do you want? Just order fucking DoorDash. Who cares? Get a bottle of wine, chill at the house. It's like, but not everybody's in the position to do that. There was so many people that were like, what's the big deal? And it's like, how out of touch are you? That you don't know that there's people that if they don't make their next 2 paychecks, they're fucked. So like this whole thing, but I want you to hear the self-awareness of them saying like what a great thing the vax is, what a great thing lockdowns were. But then listen to this, watch.
I was going to say I had to get takeout for the month of April down there, and that was it.
Yeah, because Sean is admitting that he was like most people.
Mersh is a bleeding heart. He's a bleeding heart conservative. You know, you hear a lot about bleeding heart liberals, but Mersh is a bleeding heart conservative, and his heart goes out for everybody who had to deal with the lockdowns.
While shitting on Florida, shitting on Ron DeSantis, shitting on the policies that kept us open, kept us free, and kept our citizens prosperous. All of them tweeting about how Trump's retarded and DeSantis is the death sentence and he's killing everybody, and all tweeting from the fucking Fountain Blue in Miami, all tweeting from Sunny Isles, all tweeting from Daytona about what a fucking jag-off Ron DeSantis is. And they're saying it. We liked him, man. Hey, we were hanging out, man. T had his fucking guitar. He was alive back then. He was so gorgeous. We just hung out in the house because we've got money, man. So it's like, who cares? Okay, but not everybody does, you fucking faggot.
6 to 8 weeks, but I'm thinking more 6. But you know, my wife, my son, and myself, we were absolutely cool with like he'd come down and play the guitar and like that. I think that's what has made this like this him passing just so tragic is that we you know we just got done before he passed. We just got done going through a hurricane.
See that? You're my dead kid again. So he's my dead kid. I'm trying to see. Yeah, see, it was only a few weeks in May and June, is what they're saying, but it doesn't say exactly how long. March 1st, first cases. April 1st. April 1st, 2020, Governor Ron DeSantis issued an executive order to restrict activities within the state to those deemed as essential services. By June 2020, DeSantis had adopted a more targeted approach to the pandemic, declaring in mid-June. So it was about 6 weeks. We're not shutting down. We're going to go forward. We're going to continue to protect the most vulnerable. Okay, so it was about 6 weeks. Yeah, I guess again, my perception of it is so fucking twisted because for that 6 weeks, I was still going to bars. I was going to restaurants. I was going out. People were like, "Yeah, I don't care, dude. It's fine." Nobody cared.
With no power for like 8 fucking days. And everybody on earth says, I can't believe with the amount of money you have, you don't have a generator.
First of all, that is a great Kevin Sullivan impression. But can you stop screaming into the mic because you're overmodulating?
Loud.
We also don't have we don't have gas on my peninsula. And you have to have, and I don't have enough land because I have a pool and too big of a house on 100 by 100 lot to put a propane tank. So I can't have one. Okay. I'm sorry. But just going through those things, you know, as a family, and it just, I actually had started to write.
This guy used to be one of the better talkers. I'll say this, Kevin Nash was never really a good talker in the ring, like in a promo, but in shoot interviews and shit, Nash used to have a pretty sharp mind, and he's just fucking
things, you know.
Triple N, yeah. Kevin knows what hardship is. He doesn't even have a generator, guys. He can't fit it because the pool's too big.
As a family, and it just, I actually had started to write
a
screenplay on like that 5-day period, a family of 3 of the highs, the storm, You know, like going out to the.
I would suck the devil's dick to get a copy of that script. I would almost pull some Watergate shit and hire a private investigator to break into Kevin Nash's fucking house to get that copy of it. I don't care if he has to take a goddamn laser cutter to his fucking safe, to his fucking floor safe. I don't give a fuck. Whatever has to be done. I don't care if we got to do some diabolical fucking next level Ocean's 11 type shit. I need that fucking script.
Next day and seeing the neighbors' houses and the ocean, like that was.
Triple N goes, the working title was Glengarry Glen Ross. Glengarry Glam Ross. Oh, I see Glam Ross. I wanted to write a story about.
That's like the funniest thing in the world to him.
You know, husband and wife, and then
their right.
vampire son starts glamming him, and he starts sucking his dick every night when he sleeps in his bed. Remember that? Remember when Nash was talking about sleeping in his son's bed?
Now I know Mersh
ghost was sucking his
loves
dick.
a good pun.
We covered that. I seem to remember that being a thing.
And I remember just vividly, you know, like.
Kevin, you don't remember anything vividly anymore. You can't even finish a goddamn story. You get halfway through a story and then you go chapter 1 on the new story.
You know, T playing different, playing guitar.
I'd rather have T-Pain playing guitar.
Having a candle over by him and just sitting in our chairs, and that storm just pounding on that house and pounding.
Kevin, you were proud of your 20-something-year-old son, loser son, who's just living off of you. Your son who sponged off of you. Your fucking son your son was that shaggy, long-haired, wallet chain faggot loser whose rich dad kept fucking bailing him out. You guys didn't even like each other. You tried to fucking kill each other at Christmas night. Cops had to arrest both of you. You knew he was a bum. Let's stop rewriting history because he's dead. He was a bum.
He was a bum.
I bet during that storm, he started playing that fucking guitar. You probably looked over at him and thought to yourself, this fucking I should be fucking my midwife in the middle of this fucking storm. We should be crushing a bottle of wine, taking video of the beach. But I got this fucking loser here playing Wonderwall. You hated that kid. You fucking hated that kid, Kevin. You went to jail for beating the shit out of him on Christmas. Bro, my family's wild. My family is wild. I come from a family
How wild are they?
full of alcoholism, sex abuse, physical abuse. A lot of crazy shit happened in my family. Bro, there was a lot of feuds and factions in my family. You'd think, you know, for poor people, we sure had a lot of Game of Thrones shit going on in my family. But you know what? Bro, my family, Christmas time, never that.
We loved
never that.
We might have fingered each other up the ass, but we loved each other.
Christmas night, you can't stop. You can't not beat the shit out of family on Christmas. I mean, fuck, even Christmas Eve, you know, we could see it.
Wow,
Boxing Day.
It's really admirable. One day a year, they didn't treat each other like shit. God, does he even realize what he's saying?
In front of Santa.
That's such a low bar. You know, one day a year, my dad didn't beat the living fuck out of me.
Personally, I mean, my family,
and that means he loved me.
Wait till tomorrow and beat his ass tomorrow.
Not in that house, and just like so.
That was the story. You know what? You see my point now with Kev?
I don't know.
He starts a fucking story he knows is going at nowhere, and then he gets to the end, and it's like when you just hit. You ever just driving and all of a sudden it's just like end of road. You're like, I would have liked to have had a warning. Every story's a dead fucking end with this guy. Every word is every anecdote is a cul-de-sac with this guy.
All right, good for him. He knows the word anecdote. Like, he's he's smarter than he leads on. You know, because sometimes I listen to Mersh and I'm like, I'm not even that bright, but I feel like a fucking genius listening to this guy.
It's like sitting there playing it, like Every story just peters at. It's like that Kid Six sketch with fucking on MDE when the chick's interviewing the emo band and fucking Nick Rochefort's like, I was in a beauty pageant once as a kid, and she's like, really? Tell me about it. And he's like, yeah. He never fucking elaborates on it. Fuck.
It was much more. It was different than COVID in that it was such an
yeah.
Now you had power during COVID, right? So that's the game changer there.
Well, you got TV. I mean, people say I don't get how you binge watch. I don't get it. I'm like, what?
Who says that?
Who doesn't binge watch something then?
I just binge watch.
So we can't even name a person who said that to him. That's the other Kevin. That's another Kevin Nashism, is that he's always like making up a thing to fight with.
I gotta be on Mersha's side with that. That's ridiculous.
He's always like engineering a point nobody made so he can argue with it. That's like, like when people say to me, like, how can you binge watch stuff? Nobody's ever said that phrase before. That's like Darman levels of like a setup. That's Darman, like, you don't binge watch. You know what I mean? Nobody binge watch shows. That's like satanic or something. Like, nobody's ever said that.
Look, even I'm not gonna.
And then he goes,
keep myself.
Yeah, but who says that? Who doesn't binge watch? And he immediately goes, he's got nothing, because nobody's ever said that to you, you big rickety fuck. Go tear another quad, you fucking asshole. Go visit the cemetery with your kid and go tear your quad moving your fucking son's YouTube urn. A YouTube branded urn. He got his son. He literally got an urn that's the same exact color as the YouTube plaque. Imagine being such a tacky fuck that you murder your son with a vaccine, and then on top of it, you use his death to get fucking the silver YouTube plaque, and then you order the fucking urn in the same exact finish as the fucking plaque. Bro, I swear to God, I would never disrespect anyone I cared about that died on that fucking level. Where's the picture? I know I have it. It's in my fucking pre-show slideshows. I know that. Where's my it's so you guys know I have a pre-show, like a warm-up for
the
Nightwave,
universal
right?
audience.
So
we all
play weird music that we find, that we've found in our travels over the years, and we kind of let it rip.
I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
So I have a folder full of JPEGs and PNG files that just play as a slideshow before the show. And I knew this was in a folder. And there's so many fucking slides. There's so many images in this folder that I always have trouble when I'm trying to find something, because some things just have weird file names, whatever. I scrolled down to the G's because I was confident that I saved this and I was correct. This file name is glam.jpg. I knew it. I have a bunch of ones that are just numbers, just like alphanumeric, like a bunch of just random file names. And I'm like, nah, it'll be in the G's. And I scroll down and it's glam.jpg. Look at that shit, bro. He literally waited. He was like, hey, what's the finish on that? What kind of finish are they using on that? Is it like a bullet? It's like a, what is it called? A gunmetal gray, or is it more of a, what is it, like a?
Mersh should do more.
And he had to take a picture.
That's his.
He literally sent a picture of the YouTube plaque to some guy that works at a funeral
cartoon
home.
voice guy.
Like, hey, you got anything that'll match this?
Something?
Also, just in case, can you
one
get
of
one
the
in
guys who
gold,
hangs out at the
just
bar.
in case the Conrad deal works out? I might kill another kid, try to get that fucking gold plaque. You know what I mean? I should have more kids.
He'd be like, I don't know.
You ever think he fucking wonders that? Man, what if I had
Be the
more
creepy
kids,
guy
man?
at the bar.
I could have got more plaques.
Yeah, I'm just hanging out here
Chuck Norris Gun
waiting
Club.
for
You put my kid's ashes, my son's ashes,
my wife to get
his
off
only
work.
born son, and he thought it was not tacky to get a fucking YouTube an urn that matches the YouTube plaque for his wrestling podcast.
What?
Yeah, and Lucas Kane, like it was Tristan's accomplishment. Well, it was because he died, and then Kevin got a bunch of sympathy subs. To be fair, it is Tristan's accomplishment. He made the ultimate sacrifice. For 100 subscribers. It's literally glam.jpg. Fucking shit out.
Watch The Recruit. Anybody seen that?
Sir, you're not at an open mic.
You know, I've been watching The Recruit lately. Anybody, you ever hear about this, folks? Anybody out there?
No, you're talking to Sean Oliver, you fucking benzoed out freak.
All
You need to
right.
go to that clinic where they sent Jordan Peterson.
See,
To
he's
quote Kevin Scampoli, get your
he's
fucking
doing the
brain in
old
order.
superiority because he's a
Anybody
comic,
on our cruising The Recruit?
They're
You're
not on
not a
mic.
comic. You're not allowed to talk like us comedians, bud. You gotta
Worthwhile?
earn
Are you
that.
giving it
You gotta
stars?
earn your stripes on
4
stage.
stars.
Walton is watching it right now.
Oh yeah, you guys are really fucking. I bet you guys are cutting edge. You're fucking cool. Let's see what The Recruit. I bet this fucking sucks dick. The Recruit.
Didn't I tell you he
7.4 on
talks a lot
IMDb,
about dick?
69%. Nice.
And I'm not
Rotten
talking like the
Tomatoes.
normal amount that a comedian
A
does.
fledgling
I'm talking like
CIA
a little
lawyer
extra.
gets caught up in a dangerous game of international politics when a former asset threatens to expose the nature of her relationship with the agency unless they clear her name. First episode date, December 2022 on the USA Network. Let me guess. It's on after Raw, right? What time is it on? What time does it air? Is it on after Raw?
You know, man, me and Waltman have been checking out this show. It's on USA right after Monday night.
You're not checking things out. You're just too fucking pilled out to change the channel. Because you fucking took your Xanax, and you had a couple glasses of
took your
wine, and you
Xanax,
fell asleep
bro.
with the fuck. But you got the remote in the couch cushion, and you're dozing off, and you don't want to get up and tear your quad. I know where you're
I don't
at.
even know where what accent Mersh
You ever
has,
seen The
where it's
Recruit,
from,
man?
or if it's real.
You ever watch this show?
I can't tell
After
with this
Jag,
guy.
exactly.
You know, I've been watching
I
the
think
show
he just
lately,
watches
man. You seen this
movies
show? It's
and
called
whatever the character
what
sounds
was
like
it
that he
called?
thinks is cool.
Franklin
he
and
just
Bash.
adds a little bit of that into his
You seen this show Suits,
voice.
man? I've been watching a lot of
what was the one that Royce always calls beach doctors? Royal Pains.
I'm watching the show Royal Pains, man. It's about this fucking like doctor, man. And he's like always going to the fucking beach, and like he doesn't have a generator either.
What the fuck? He's so fucking gone. Mark my words, I'm predicting it. Kevin Nash dead within a year.
All right.
Within a year, Kevin Nash is dead. I'm calling it.
Kevin Nat? Who is Kevin Nash?
Lucas Kane. They probably
Is
they
that the
finally
guy
stopped
with all,
calling
like,
Waltman the kid, I guess.
hangs out with
Now
all
that
the
he's
kids?
probably almost 60. Yeah,
I've been watching the show, man. Burn Notice. You ever seen that show, man? It's Monk. You know? What about I watching this show the other day, man. It's like a guy, and he's like working with the police department, and like he's like a.
Is this going somewhere?
Like pretending to be like a psychic or something. And and it's like he's hanging out with a black guy, you know, and trying to fuck this like chick as a detective, and she's kind of mid.
the fuck, man. Just off yourself already. Go be with your son. Fucking sick of this shit. Tired of watching Sean parade your fucking corpse around. We buried the wrong Nash. You're the dead one. Tristan's still at a heartbeat. Kevin tricked the fucking doctors by sticking the fucking heart monitor on him.
I don't call him Waltman, but if I say Sean, then I've got to say Sean Waltman.
Way too many.
Because it could be Shawn Michaels.
It's when you're on the phone and you tell Tamara, hang on, it's Sean. She's like, which one?
Yeah.
All right. So
I actually call you Sheen when it's just me and her.
Okay. As in Charlie.
Yeah.
Chemistry.
Winning.
I smoke.
Hey guys, remember Winning?
Yeah.
Bro, he just did Winning.
Look, man, it's funny.
Winning. Remember that, guys? Remember that fucking 15 years ago? Jesus Christ. Fucking kill me. What was that, 10 years ago? The fucking Charlie Sheen shit?
Sheen. When
Who
it's
are
just me
these
and her.
guys anyway?
Okay. As in Charlie.
Yeah.
Winning.
I smoke 7-gram rocks.
No, that was Hunter Biden. You don't want to talk about that, right, Kev?
The goddesses are here. The goddesses are in the house.
Bro, I was kidding, but they really were trying to make a bit out of that.
Look, they can't all be as funny
Dude,
as Revenge of the Sis.
I almost kind of wondered.
You know,
deep
not
down,
every
like, how
comedy
much
duo is top tier.
I would love
Mersh and Royce
to go on and do ROTC one day. And fucking me and Royce just start trying to do a Charlie Sheen Winning Tiger Blood riff. I mean, we do that
man,
shit
that's funny
sarcastically,
shit.
but could you imagine if me and Royce were really trying to go like, no, this has legs. Let's do this for 15 minutes. Remember Borat?
Yeah,
Jesus
I did ask
fucking
you.
Christ, you two.
I probably should be embarrassed. Yeah, I didn't watch wrestling when I was
Angry and
growing up. I
disgusted.
thought it was a
We need to
little
get that fucking. You know what?
effeminate.
Kevin Nash and Sean Oliver make me so sick. We have to go back to pedophilia now, just to get the fucking filthy
No,
taste out of our mouths.
My parents didn't let us watch it, so I
Mike's all
missed the
fucking
whole.
placed right. What am I doing today?
The whole world of wrestling.
All right, let's see
As
where
an
we're at here
adult,
with
it
these,
feels
super
weird to
chats.
go back and like research it all. So that's just
Oh yeah, I got to
whole
get
thing
better
that
at
I
plugging
missed.
those, right?
I know who like.
So I guess I should say
Stone Cold
to
Steve
go
Austin
to
is, but that's about it.
revengeofthesis.com/nightwave if you want to support this fine program and try to help us get up there a little bit. Try to at least make $100, $200 roonies tonight. Dropping that link in the chat for you. Once again, revengeofthesis.com/nightwave. Let's see. All right, we got no Rumble fucking rants, so we'll do the coffees if we have any. Let's see. Thank you, Kyle, for $5. Says you're the man. Thank
If
you.
it's not too expensive.
No, Kyle, I needed that $5, so you're
Yeah,
the
you
man.
know.
How can I be the man when you're the man? Who's the man? Shake it up. Remember
Just
Pharrell?
doing
Not
a
the
night
black
wave
one,
watch.
the white one, Pharrell.
What I do.
Scott Pharrell. Scott Pharrell was a that guy was a force in nature to listen to in the morning. Holy shit. I used to have when I had my job at the IRS, I'd have to get up really early sometimes, right? Because I lived a good drive from there. Plus in the winter it'd be snowing and they'd want you in there at like 8:30 in the morning, but like we had a lot of overtime back then. This was like before they made everything electronic, right? But back then you just had all these paper tax returns. So I worked in data entry, and during tax season, they paid out the ass for overtime, incentive pay. We got incentive pay. So if you entered, your accuracy was based on, they would just pull batches every once in a while and review any errors based on your reviews. Would be like your, perfect system, but whatever. But if you had a good, review history and you had a certain accuracy rate and a combined production rate, which meant like you're expected to do so many tax returns every day, right? But you got extra money if you banged out more of them. You got all this incentive pay over time. So I would get up so fucking early in the morning to get to that fucking IRS, dude. And I'm telling you right now, bro, that 4 a.m. drive with Scott Pharrell was something else, dude. All coked out, losing his, like he literally would party all night and then go in and do this sports show in the morning. And I wasn't even into sports. I didn't even really watch sports. But I listened to Scott Farrell in the morning because he was a fucking lunatic, bro. And it was really funny. Back in the WNEW days when Opie and Anthony were at WNEW, that's when they met Stalker Patty back in the day. And she was obsessed with Opie and Anthony, and they would do all this shit to torture her for the bit. And one day she got kicked out of her house or something, or she lost her job. She was homeless for a while. And she fucking started just living at the station. Like, it was driving them nuts, but like Opie and Anthony basically just said, yeah, you can just stay here. And Stalker Patty lived at WNEW for like a month. And it was great because like she'd be sleeping in the lobby on the couch. And then Scott Farrell would come in and then he'd wake Patty up and make her come on his show. It was just fucking, God, those were weird times, man. It was like the Wild West back then. Let's see. For 5, we got Triple N saying, since we're only doing timely references, what's up? Seriously. They just did a whole Charlie Sheen riff. They should be drawn and quartered just for that. Just for that, they should be arrested. Let me see. I think that's it. I think that's all. I think I did Ko-Fi. I did not read this one.
Yeah, I want to see merch.
22 hours ago.
All early 2000s stuff.
That was last night.
That he would have covered if he was around back then.
The Kyle one. I read that one too. Okay, so we're caught up now. We're at whopping $17. I'm really killing it. I'm really changing the game here in the streaming world. Scott Farrell was funny but annoying. Yeah, I mean, you had to deal with him in small doses. Scott Farrell was one of those guys that like it was hard to listen just to his show, but like when he would pop in on other shows, he was fun. He was hilarious. Let's move on here. We're gonna go to this Predator Poachers thing. I wanted to show you guys this because this is a rare fucking catch. It's very rare that Rosen gets his hands on people like this, but we had a couple. Now, this does happen sometimes, and more often than not, when you have a couple trying to be predatory towards a child, oftentimes the woman is not as enthusiastic of a participant. It's no excuse. I'm not excusing the women here, but a lot of times the guy is the aggressive force in the situation, and the woman's usually, I'm not excusing what the women do, but a lot of times they're kind of abused and fucked up and go along like whatever. This is one of those where the woman did a lot of the heavy lifting, which is fucking terrifying. And I was watching this. Like I said, this was a premium one, and I didn't want to play it because I don't want to play Alex's paywalled shit until it's no longer paywalled.
So I'm not sure if this is
was
what
in University City,
I was watching
Missouri.
Before when he was live, but
and this is fucking wild.
Let's try and get
in
up
this
to
case.
it.
Alex goes to whatever he's talking to, obviously talking to the couple. This was the chick arranges to meet with this supposed little girl. Really fucking creepy shit, man. Triple N said the old Jeffrey Ghislaine combo. Yeah. Look, people developed that.
Right. Let's see what he's doing.
Routine,
live.
Basically. They've developed that MO from couples that want an FBI hires them.
He's still on
That
this
makes any
clip.
sense.
Can you believe that? He's still on this clip.
Like, but it was not me doing it to her.
Sure.
Or him doing it to her. It was just like,
I'm gonna take a break from this video because I don't want to really get into the content there. I don't really need to hear the story of some guy being a creep. I understand there's creeps out there. I don't need to hear people talk about it for 20 minutes. So let's get into ROTC. ROTC. Let me switch here. Yeah. Let's see. Episode 1223. Still got the vaporwave aesthetic going strong.
Fuck dick, just not the right one.
Right. It's the we don't no said
All right.
the only people that still hang out with us are all the broken toys we were talking about, like fucking InfoWars, fucking Scampoli,
Yeah,
like
InfoWars,
you brought up.
Scampoli, Ape, Adonis Paul,
Siraj,
and Siraj are the
Yeah.
only ones that'll deal with us, and
Yeah.
everybody else is, just going. Oh, everybody's going on
Maybe
each
we're-
other's things and having fun.
Oh, maybe we're out of touch. No, it's the fans who are the problem.
Our fans rule.
No, our fans are the best. By the way, that little echo thing that came through yesterday, it's fixed. Turns out my FX knob got turned off one day when I threw my headphones on my board.
Royce just thought a little reverb would sound tight.
I thought it would sound good. Give like an earthy feel, like a Yes album.
Yeah, like an Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Yeah, I like that. I actually really like that. Yeah, but hey, look, we're here. We're here to make you guys fucking laugh, even though we're crying on the inside.
Yeah, we are definitely crying and dying on the inside, but hey, it's fine.
But Doctor, we are Revenge of the Sis.
All right.
Funny joke. Everyone laughs.
That's us.
We really are the Rorschach of the
Mhm.
the sector, as people call it. We have become the Rorschachs.
Bro, did you see it? I can't believe I'm bringing this up. Cyberpunk. I know I'm bringing that up now. 2077 is coming out with a fucking huge expansion that reworks the entire game.
I thought
And everybody's saying it's gonna be really good. Like they fixed all the AI.
Nice. Yeah, you know what? That's dope. You know what? You should have done that 2.5 years ago.
Right.
Starfield's coming out in like 2 weeks.
So then
nobody's
so,
going back.
So then in a year and 2 weeks, I'll get Starfield when all the mods are out.
Nobody's going to be revisiting Night City for a while, okay? Because
Speaking of,
Starfield's coming out.
What the hell is
Speaking of,
Starfield?
did you hear that some fucking black kid ran up on some fucking reviewer's porch and stole their review copy of Starfield and then
What?
uploaded like an hour? Of
Are
them
you
playing
serious?
it? Yeah, dude.
That kid's that bro. I don't know. He's gonna
deep
get
shit.
deep shit.
He's gonna get deep shit.
Royce looks like a weird big version of Red Bar now.
Bethesda clamped down on that shit real quick. You can't find any of the footage, but you can still find a little bit of the intro of Starfield out there. They're so
That
pissed.
kid is so fucked, bro.
Yeah, man.
Because like those big companies take that shit, like they are really vengeful about that shit.
Yeah, and guess what? They reworked our cop like the fair use laws. Now if it's an upcoming product and you leak like the intro,
You're not allowed to have anything out there until the game is out. Then you can do the normal stuff.
I heard rumors and innuendo, and it is just internet talk. But there's rumors that the game so far that the ones that have been getting evaluated, that there hasn't been a lot of significant bugs or anything so far. But I don't. It's like
The problem is until there's a wide release, you really won't know.
Yeah, but everyone's like, it's Bethesda. Like, you know what I mean? Like everybody
Review
goes,
cop-
look, I've been Bethesda's like a girlfriend that you've dated and broke up with several times.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you know what I mean? You go, look, I know this bitch. I've known this bitch for 20 years. I know
But-
what she's capable of.
Eventually, she's a good fuck, and that's the issue with Bethesda. Eventually, they put out
When she's sober and on her meds, in this case, the meds are the community patches. But as long as she's on her meds, she's on an even kill. It's great. Things are wonderful.
loving
It's
this
just every once in a while.
Bethesda
you know.
riff.
I watched this today. Still a new video, brand new video. That's how much Skyrim people still play. This guy made up a challenge to try to beat Skyrim only using stuff that he crafts. He cannot pick up anything else, and he's only the only money he could use is money that he picks off of bandits or that he uses from stuff he crafted. Now, I don't know if you remember the crafting system in fucking Skyrim.
It was so boring.
It have to just
It
him
was so repetitive.
dagger, 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 dagger.
Yeah, that was one of the worst mechanics of that game, was making stuff.
Yeah, it really was. Wow, I didn't like the lock picking too much either.
What?
Yeah, I don't
I'm
like
sorry. You don't like Fallout lock picking. You don't like Bethesda lock.
No, not at all.
I like the
Every
Fallout
game?
style lockpick. It's better than that fucking tap one from fucking Oblivion. That thing was a pain in the ass.
Oh my god!
No. The worst lock picking one. What was that new game that just came? The Russian one that came out.
Oh my god! Atomic Heart. Where like
Atomic-
every door was a fucking puzzle.
Holy fuck! I was like,
Every
this is a
door merged.
nightmare.
And there was like 5 different
So they're
puzzles. It
having
wasn't like it
fun.
was the same
Oh.
puzzle every time.
I do like the new
Skyrim
Rumble UI.
is
Downside is
fucking
Rumble Rants plugin is now not
games
working again. So
Oh wait,
now-
somebody said updated
boring
and it works.
people
What?
That's what I.
who want to
No,
spend
you heard that
50
last night.
hours
That was
fighting
before they did the whole.
Yeah. This
Fighting,
is
yeah,
it doesn't work
Rumble
again.
Rants
boxes
Yeah,
extension.
it doesn't work
wizards.
again.
Hey Rumble, can you like stop adding
I
things
played
that
it a
nobody
little
wants
bit. It's
and
alright.
start adding things people want?
But
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't mind, let's say, if
I don't know.
you know, it was like, wow, the Rumble Rant. But by the way, the Rumble Rant extension was the coolest feature to come to Rumble in like 3 months.
Yeah.
And it was made by a third party. It's open source.
How about this? Steal it.
So if you're gonna like, when I notice, oh shit, this Rumble Rants thing, it's now broken. It's like, oh well, they're changing the UI now. If I had heard, hey, the Rumble Rants thing is broken because they're adding, let's say, I don't know,
Their own.
Android paying options or
Or their own thing to or their own
an-
Rumble Rants.
or the ability to go live from the app. You know what I mean? If it was like for something like that, I go, hey, you know what? Sometimes you got to sacrifice for the greater good. But the fact that you guys just go, oh, well, we just made the same shit website just prettier. And now your thing doesn't work.
Scarface, a couple $3 for this racist, not funny show. With sycophantic fans, bent to y'all's every whim. Now, can I have my dog back? No.
Can I have my dog? What was the last part about?
No, we stole his dog.
Okay.
Well, technically,
I wasn't involved in the decision making on that.
You told me do whatever I needed to do to get more donations. You said that, so I did.
You said it.
You did say so. This is what I needed to do. I don't know if you know this. The getting live reach thing isn't working, so we got to do something around these parts.
The
Okay?
getting live reads thing isn't working. The getting anyone at Rumble or locals to answer an email or phone call thing's not working. I don't know if anybody's even in the advertising department anymore.
Oh no! Put us on the front page, please. If anyone's listening, probably
nobody's
not.
listening.
Probably not.
Nobody's
If
listening.
anyone's listening.
If anyone,
Even the people that like us at Rumble have to pretend to not like us.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm sure Siraj is super sick of me texting him every day. Be like, hey man, can we get on the front page, please?
Because it's kind of the only thing we have is maybe hopefully we get 1 or 2 fucking cat turd insurgents that want to
Cat turgents.
cat turgents.
You know what? It's the official Rumble account tweeted out, which I think is somebody might have pissed off over there because they do not retweet any of our shit. But anyway,
Oh yeah, they don't like us.
I don't know. But
Remember when they tried to tell us, yeah, we're not really going to be like retweeting a lot of creators going forward. It's just going to be stuff about the platform, and then they just retweet everyone except us.
yeah, so they,
Ooh,
yeah, trust me, I'm very aware.
that's
But
gotta
anyway.
hurt.
Yeah, so they go, oh, who would you like to see at the after panel? Because it's doing like a virtual after panel of the GOP thing. And I was like, oh, I heard those Revenge of the Sis guys are good. I mean, obviously they're not gonna just ignore us. I sent it to Siraj. I'm like, now we play the waiting game. And let me show you what he sent me.
Now we play the waiting game.
He goes, best I could do, and he sends me a picture in front of FurCon 2024, the furry convention. I was like, all right,
Siraj
that's
fucking rules.
Really
man.
funny.
he killed me. He fucking
Well,
killed
I'll
me.
tell you right now, if Siraj was not at Rumble,
Yeah, we wouldn't be.
if we weren't dealing with him,
One sec.
the amount of, if you think I've been mean on Twitter sometimes before, it would be, let me tell you something. The only thing stopping me from being relentlessly awful is
Yeah.
Siraj.
Yeah.
I like him because I associate him with you. You're off the hook for now, but
Federal officials once again urging Americans to get vaccinated against COVID-19 because infections are once again on the rise.
Remember when Alex Jones said last week that they're going to bring back mask mandates and all that stuff in September? Atlanta universities are now requiring masks for teachers and students again, starting today.
Was it all Atlanta, or was it just one?
Just universities.
I thought it was just one liberal arts college that was doing it.
I think you might be right. I think it was just one college.
Because I was
get
arguing
you.
with somebody about this yesterday because I looked it up because they were like, oh my God, it's back. And then I was like, I didn't recognize the name of the college, so I was like, let me Google this. And it's like a small liberal arts
It's
college.
coming back.
I know, but I'm just, what are you gonna do? No, it's not coming back here because now
No, I'm sorry.
Because our guy's running for president, and he's gonna now spitefully have to not be lockdown guy. So get ready for party time down
Hey,
here.
I want to say something. And by the way, we've been criticizing DeSantis lately too. So don't fucking act like we're not. But that being said, all of you fucking Trump fucks out there that were saying DeSantis is a terrible governor, he did horrible stuff for the state, what a piece of shit, this and that. When they lock your state down again, and they're going to you, don't come here.
Don't come here.
Don't come here.
Because if you do, then you
Stay
have
there.
no principles.
Yeah, stay. Yeah.
Moral
Oh,
consistency.
You have no principles.
That's what Mercer always talks.
He's right.
Yeah. So you don't want to not have principles, right?
Yeah, no.
I mean, that's the worst.
We saw
It's the
Vivek
hypocrisy.
Vivek is
The hypocrisy is the worst
Change
part.
his Wikipedia.
Okay, that's
'Cause he
normal.
used to not be a Christian.
Very good.
Now he's a Christian.
He's been doing a lot of. They've been doing that for months because they were trying to erase all his pharmaceutical stuff.
He wasn't buddies with one of the mRNA guys. Not
At least
according to
he can
Wikipedia anymore. That's gone.
Laugh at his silly.
But don't worry, he played tennis with his shirt off. Which, by the way, bro, look, he's not fat, but also you're like a little skinny nerdy dude. Why are you playing tennis with your shirt off?
You're built like an Indian.
Yeah, you're built like an Indian. Exactly, you're built like an Indian.
The hypocrisy was the worst.
Hey,
part.
you know what? Not to bitch about Rumble again. How do you go into dark mode?
You hit the.
Oh, you don't.
You hit the 3 lines. You see the 3 lines next to where it says Rumble, the logo. Scroll all the way down. Then under theme, it says System Default Dark Mode or Light Mode.
Wow.
Yeah. See, I already went through this.
See, normal people call that the hamburger menu, but Royce doesn't want to say a fat guy phrase.
Hey, man.
So you do it.
That's cool.
Did you figure it out? Good.
No, but just who cares?
See where it says Rumble at the top?
I'm looking at that, and I
Okay.
hit the 3 things.
Oh,
and
go
it's-
to the
Yeah, I
chat
don't
room.
give a fuck.
Go like to the
I'll
chat room.
say
you're
any
at.
fat guy phrase.
Okay.
Okay.
Hit the 3 lines and next to the Rumble. Scroll down all the way at the bottom and put it in dark mode.
Okay. Thank you.
You got it. I just went through this very recently, and I was screaming about the same thing, so don't worry about it.
Dallas-Fort Worth Hospital Council says there are 237 COVID patients in area hospitals. That's
how many died?
Double from a month ago. And
I don't know. I
triple
just
from
don't
2
like their
months ago.
visuals.
Pediatric
They're doing
hospitalizations
it.
have also
Here it
increased
comes.
significantly. Fox's Carolyn Shively has a look at when the newest vaccines will be available.
So we're doing we're full. We're gonna fall for this again.
Yes.
People are gonna fall for this again. People are gonna be all fucking. Oh, why are you wearing your mask? Get away, spraying shit. The hand sanitizer.
Let's
We're
see
doing
if,
this all over again.
The White House plans to renew its calls next month for Americans.
We
to
can't
get
even afford this. Like we did it last time in the middle of a fucking booming economy. We can't afford to do this.
Hey, I have a question. How come all the people with the Ukraine flags don't have Hawaiian flags on their things?
Well, because
oh, good point. That's a good point.
because the
That's
news doesn't
doesn't
making
care
a big
about it.
deal.
Okay, that's fine. You're right.
calls next month for Americans to get their COVID booster shots.
As long
this
as
fall.
Americans can come home and
Again?
watch their shows at 8 p.m., they will do nothing.
Imagine still getting booster shots now. Like, who is that person? Like, I and both of us, Mercer and I, had sympathy for people that were like, look, I'm gonna fucking lose my job and not be able to provide my family that got like the vaccine. I get it, right? But like, imagine after everything that's come out and all the hearts that have exploded and being like, you know what? Time to get that booster.
Fucking Keith Olbermann's reaching in his drawer for that old laminated fucking thing to put
Arr,
on his neck
arr.
again.
Now he's pissed because it's laminated, so they can't put the new boosters on it.
Get another one.
You idiot. BV Demar says, I doubt they're going to be lockdowns. COVID has destroyed way too much trust in the institutions, and the fact that people in power refuse to admit they overdid the last lockdown isn't helping. Yes. Yeah.
We had a better chance of America not putting up with this shit before the last lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
And they locked us down. You think people are going to fight harder this time?
It's not about public opinion. The public opinion right now, a CNN poll, most Americans don't want us to give any more money to Ukraine, left or right wing. Don't want us to give any more. They're going to go into
That's
anyway.
great. So we're not going to give any more money to
It
Ukraine. That's
doesn't
good
matter.
news.
I'm sorry. It doesn't matter what we want. No, we just gave another 750 million. It doesn't.
How's that possible?
Well, that's how much 33 Patriot missiles cost.
But you just said
What?
all of the people don't want it. So how is that possible?
33 Patriot missiles for $750 million. Do you know how fast you go through 33 Patriot missiles a day? You go through them a day if you're under air attack.
I hope they drop one. And it breaks.
You literally like dump all of the missiles you have at once as fast as you can.
That's what they are.
The whole point of Patriot missiles.
By the way, somebody pointed out, they corrected me. Pens in the chat says 33 old Patriot missiles.
This is cool, huh?
Did you hear
This is
McConnell?
fun.
By the way, I will recommend watching General. Gotta forget the generals. The General Reese that just did his interview with Tucker Carlson. Now, this is a dude who I really like listening to because this isn't like some talking head. This is somebody who fucking served, and he goes,
we get it. We get it. They're up to their same old shit. Just saying the same things they always say. All right. Thank you for watching. I will do a new stream soon. Talk to you later.